With what is happening in Nigeria now, hardship, protest, rage everywhere, tribalism, nepotism everywhere, Nigeria is, is in for a very strong chaos that is coming very soon. Okay, the Igbos are still talking about Biafra, the Yorubas are still talking about Dudua, and the Middle Belt is still talking of their own country. Everybody is saying, let's go our separate ways. The Southwest and the North, they don't want anything, they don't want the Southeast to, to be incorporated into the system in the country. They say Igbo man cannot rule Nigeria. So with all these problems cropping up, okay, Wole Soyinka is now coming out to say, let Nigeria break up if that will solve the Nigerian challenges. All right? If the only thing that can solve Nigerian challenges is to break up, let us break up. Let everybody go his own ways. It's just like now that they are talking about hunger, the Igbos are saying, no, we must support Tinubu now. When we said it at the beginning, they turned it tribalistic and say Igbos and the IPOB and this and that, and they started killing them. Now they are everybody's eye is open now, and everybody's shouting hunger, hunger, especially from the southwest. So now that they say they want to go on national protest, the Igbos say, no, we're not part of that protest. Go and do your protest. Because when we told you this was coming, you did not accept it. You refused it. So go and protest your own. So with all of this happening, Wole Soyinka is now coming to say, if the only way we can solve Nigerian problem is to go our separate ways, so be it, so that peace can reign. But we did not agree. The North will not allow it. The North is exactly the region that is shouting for one Nigeria, because once we go our separate ways, they will be the most ravaged, the poorest of the sub-Sahel Sahara, Savannah or Sahara period, Sahara region of West Africa. So they will suffer. I'm telling you, even the Southwest that think they do farming, that time they will know that they don't have anything. It's the Middle Belt and the Southeast and the South that has everything that is sustaining the country. The Middle Belt are into agriculture. The Southeast is also into technology, manufacturing, and production. And the South is into also a bit of agriculture with the oil and gas that is from the South. So right now, it's only the Southeast, South, and the Middle Belt that have the greatest contribution into this country as we speak. The extreme North, nothing. The Southwest are just speaking English. The only cocoa they say they know how to produce, they can't even produce it. The whole food in the Southwest comes from the North and the Middle Belt. So, and those are the people that say one Nigeria, because if we go separate ways, they are going to cry. They are going to cry blood. All right. But let's dive into the detail to see what more Wole Soyinka has to say. He said Nigeria should break up if necessary. Professor Wole Soyinka said his own. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has suggested that Nigeria should consider breaking up if it helps solve the country's challenges. Speaking at the Punch newspaper 50th anniversary lecture in Lagos on Thursday, Soyinka emphasized the need for decentralization to bring governance closer to the people, stating that leaders should stop taking Nigerians for granted. No, when we are talking about Tinubu, Wole Soyinka didn't say anything, because he said in those days Tinubu came to his assistance. So when things are going wrong now, he can't say anything. Now he's complaining. It's a double-edged sword. Nobody should take him serious. Soyinka, who delivered the lecture titled Recovering the Narrative, expressed support for decentralization using terms like reconfiguration instead of restructuring. So he highlighted the fear of collapse and breakup as excuses several regimes gave, urging leaders to address the issue head on. So the Nobel laureate pointed out that while politicians understand the importance of restructuring when out of power, they change their stance once in office, especially Tinubu. Tinubu said he's the grandfather of Nadeku. And during the military era, and even during Goodluck Jonathan era, he was responsible for shouting for restructuring. Now he's there now, he has changed the narrative. He's saying that, he doesn't have to do it by rush, and the restructuring might cause more problem in Nigeria. So what are we talking about? When they are not in power, their eyes are clear. They see and they see everything the way it should be. But when they are in power, they turn deaf ear and they turn something else. And that's bad. So you emphasize the need for leaders to recognize the necessity and inevitability of decentralization to address issues such as security and bring productivity closer to the citizens. In his words, I know the fear. The fear is collapse, breakup. That's been the excuse given by several regimes. But suppose the nation is breaking up informally, in other words, as a fact rather than as a theory, then and you better just address this now. Okay, come straight on and see exactly what happened. What is wrong with general representatives seeing them and saying this is the protocol of association? Anything outside of it? Anyone who does not want to accept these protocols, abide by the protocols, and manifest these protocols in the act should take a walk. I have no problem at all. We live in what is known as the nation, beginning as a vast football field and ending up as a ping pong table. If that is going to restore dignity to citizens, so be it. So if that is going to guarantee 3 square meals a day, then so be it. One of my favorite expressions with people is, let nations die that humanity may live. Let nations die so that humanities can live. And that'll be fine if they can handle it in such a way. So now, if the reality of breaking up comes, the same people will say, no, one Nigeria first. One Nigeria first. Now, if the things are hard, they are suggesting breaking up. And I tell you, none of these presidents will allow Nigeria to break up under their watch or in their own time. And we also know that the amalgamation of 1914, where the Salodluga from the Great Britain came and merged the North and the South together, is exactly that marriage that is not compatible up till now. We should have been left to remain in regions or to remain the way we were pre-colonial era. I'm telling you, if that's how we were, probably Nigeria would have been better by now. Some say Nigeria is not one and can never be one, and that is true. We are not one. Wole, God bless you for your great insight. For where he had just said that one today, tomorrow he will say something else again. We just need to watch people like this. Some say peaceful breakup is the best thing that can happen to Nigeria. Regime after regime, Nigerians are being impoverished in their God-given nation by evil politicians. Some say what's left? Most politicians from North, South, etc. have stolen excess billions or trillions. Go and spend such on your new country. Exactly. Igbos can go, South can go, Southwest can go, North Central can go, Northwest and Northeast can join each other because they are almost the same. We don't need a nation where God's creatures are made to suffer because of being Nigerians. That is actually very bad. Okay, that's very bad, must tell the truth. And somebody's responding to that comment and said, please, let's break Nigeria and go our separate ways. The breaking up of Nigeria is long overdue. If Nigeria break up today, every region will embark on a positive economic and leadership revolution that will bring a lasting and enduring even development. Our staying together have stifled our progress as a country. We are so divided along ethnic and religious lines. That is true. That is true. Nigeria should not only break up, but military should take over. Military should overthrow this senseless government, and enough is enough. Nigeria should break up into 6 parts, like 6 geopolitical zones, the way they were pre-colonial era. That's the best solution. Or let us divide it. Nigeria na scam. Nigeria breakup could solve Nigerian problems. I tell you, it might not be immediately, but at the long run, it will definitely solve Nigerian problem. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment. That is suggestion from Professor Wole Soyinka.